But I don't know. Let's see. It looks like we're going to get into it.
Yeah, I think if Locke lives a long time, too, that'll help a lot.
Yeah, if Locke can stock tank, you know, having stocks is good. It's an avenue to victory.
Yeah, despite Coconut Man and Gailardia both being like pretty passive in singles, they are kind of antsy in teams, like just because of the way. What's that? Oh, it's Coconut Man and Gailardia versus Hennessy. Stages. Where do you think they'll start?
Geez, I don't know. FD or Battlefield. Well, no, actually, they're probably going to start Dreamland? I don't know. I don't know where these teams like Fox Falco don't have bad stages, really. I mean, Battlefield's probably the worst because of recovery stuff.
Yeah, I gotta grab the other cache. Hold on.
Generally don't like Yoshi's if you're... I mean, so there's this thing with Yoshi's where when you're like the quote-unquote better team, you don't want to like, oh, Yoshi's is like high variance and like crazy shit can just happen. But there's so few stages that it feels like wasting a strike on it when it's a good stage for you, but you just don't want to start there is like not a luxury you have, particularly in best of 3. So I don't know. I mean, that could factor in.
There's their coaches in the background.
All right, so their coaches, yeah, coaches watching this. I didn't see colors. I'm gonna try to refer to the teams by colors.
Red is Redman.
Okay, Redman playing red. Is the other team playing blue?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, sounds good. So maybe they start stadium.
Probably. It's weird that I always feel like when you're playing double spacies against like, and there's a Marth on the other team, I feel like Battlefield's not that great of a start because of the edge guarding advantage.
Right, yeah. I think the edge guarding matters a lot, especially at levels like this where you can like catch people slipping more easily. So there's like a lot of chaos to start. I think that favors green team, but I don't know.
Ooh, great counterattack there by Hennessy.
Oh, accidentally shines his teammate, unfortunately. I think Locke could have, or Redman could have like lived that, but he wasn't expecting that to happen at all. Green team out to a pretty good lead. Barely misses that setup into down air.
A little bit of miscoordination there on the edge guard. Not too much penalty here.
I'm seeing like a little too much singles stuff from red team so far. Just fine. Getting warmed up, getting in their groove. I don't imagine the first game or even the first set of something like this is going to be super polished because, you know, nerves and inexperience and whatnot. A lot of people are watching this. A lot of people are also not, but, you know.
I'm very happy that it ended up this way. I sort of meant for the format and for the exhibition to sort of turn out this way. Get them used to playing under a crowd. Green team, very slight lead, I think.
Little miscommunication there by green team trying to sandwich Hennessy. So we are kind of seeing Hennessy like getting away with full hopping to start. He hasn't really been punished super hard for it. Red team's issues have been, great pickup by Coconut Man. Yeah, it's real dangerous going off stage like that when there's a Fox on the other team, especially when he's like just died. It seems counterintuitive because you're like, oh, the Fox is gone.
Right.
But he's just gonna respawn and run to the ledge and shine, and like you just die if you're not prepared. Slight lead for green team, but red team has brought this back a lot. Oh yeah. Kind of an unfortunate... Actually, I don't know if Falco can like not trade back air there, but it seemed like he had time to kind of space that. Can't believe that get up attack shield poked unless Redman tried to do something.
Yeah, I'm looking at Redman a lot, and he's in decent positions. He's just like a little bit slow.
He's a little slow to react, right? Yeah. I think he has a good sense of where to be. Just like there, he was like he got that grab, but he is like kind of too slow, and then he didn't really know what he wanted to do with the Fox. But run up F smash evens it right back up.
Yeah, this is very, very close.
And I think we're gonna see. It's looking like this is gonna be the tone of these sets. Just like
great knockout situation. The green team's now in the corner.
Ooh, yeah. Good grab.
No F throw there. Very surprising.
Yeah, no like awareness for the team combo. That's like a very singles thing to just up throw there.
Yeah.
Hennessy looked ready too. He was just right there unoccupied.
Getting Locke making new mistake of getting on the ledge too early. And teams, you want to delay as much as possible getting on the ledge, so that way you don't like have to commit to those that position.
Right. So up throw up smash is gonna do it.
I mean, that was way closer than.
That was closer. Honestly, that was very doable for red team, and there were some like unfortunate SDs and kind of miscommunications that.
Yeah.
To be fair, green team, I think Gailardia suicided too.
Yeah. Yeah, Locke doing a lot of. I think Locke, if he just cut down a little bit on like sort of the singles things that he's doing and sort of like wasteful up airs in place that he's doing, they have a good shot. Because I think, as you said, they're not really catching on to the fact that Hennessy's just full hopping, and that's.
It's a great position for Fox to be in. I mean, there's a reason it's so like abusive.
Yeah.
Because it's just good, right? You can just do it, but it starts being rough if you know, always know what your opponent's going to do, and no matter what their option is, it's a fighting game. So I imagine that green team will ban FD?
Maybe?
Maybe?
I don't know. Yoshi's maybe?
FD or Yoshi's, I guess. Okay, going back, I think this is reasonable.
Yeah.
I kind of like so it's like a little more of an advanced thing, but in longer sets or when you're in winners finals and you kind of know you're going to play the same people in grands, I like testing different stages.
Yeah, for sure.
So you know, like, okay, we like this, we don't. You don't want to have to find that out when you need to win a game.
Yeah.
So unless they're really confident that they don't like other options, you know, I would have tried something else, but it's not like this is a bad stage.
Pretty good combo from green team.
Great split on the red team. That's going to be a Redman stock, and that's going to be a Hennessy stock.
Very low percent.
Very clean by green team.
I'm noticing that Locke is like cornering himself, which is difficult, I guess. Like
corner Marth against Spaceys, like I get it, but yes, it can be bad if you
knock down.
Yeah. Coconut Man's dead. Gailardia tried a little. He didn't get punished that hard for it, but he tried to like 1v2 when he really didn't need to. Like the percents weren't gonna reward him a lot for that.
Yeah. Synergy could really coming through for green team. In a lot of this match, they've really been doing like real small, like difficult pickups. So
yeah,
really
and like their relative spacing is good. We said before that red team has good spacing too. Great counter shine by Coconut Man, and I feel like that shine was just sort of like Coconut Man's a good singles player.
Yeah,
like he's familiar with that situation in the vacuum. And I'm seeing Redman. He's like a little hesitant, standing still a lot, a little too slow. Marth doesn't need. This is one of the few teams where Marth doesn't need to be a playmaker.
Yeah, at all.
But it certainly helps. And I'm just not seeing Redman like involved enough. To be fair, tough against
double spaces.
Yeah.
Screens fast.
But okay, like here it's fine because it's like okay, XXYY, we just wait.
Right. Oh.
Okay, laser F smash. And now this is starting to look a little more dominant.
Oh, great S smash there by Locke.
Hit him with the sword.
They say. Oh.
He's gonna live because he's Falco.
Right.
Oh, this. Okay, I like the idea. The percent was just a little too low, but that was worth it if he got the kill.
Yeah, for sure.
Good awareness by Redman to not just die there though. Oh, so yeah.
Oh, great F tilt there.
Okay.
He's dead.
Yeah, great coverage and Coconut Man under the stage. What a massive comeback. This is by no means not impossible though. But we have a no, he's fine, he's fine.
Suicide down there. No need.
Oh, picks it up. All right.
So that's the first set.
That is the first set.
Extremely doable games for the most part. I feel like I don't know what happened on the second game for the green team to just lose their stocks.
Yeah, I don't know. They got a good situation like at the end for that 2-for-1.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, Gailardia just stepped up when he needed to. The Hennessy jumping off stage sucks, but I mean, he did get to ledge, so like, you can say, oh, well, he should have ledge dashed, or you know, picked the safe option where he could even like ledge roll, because it's like you're at 0.
Anything that won't kill you.
Right. You just want to make sure you do not die.
weirdly enough, I've been feeling that green team hasn't really been pushing their advantage as hard as they can be. But really, maybe that's some of the nerves setting in. But I feel like when they have the red team corner, the red team is sort of somehow getting out despite Fox and Falco's big ass back airs in the way.
Yeah.
So, especially on a stage like Battlefield, where the platforms are kind of tall and it's hard for Marth to like get back to the middle from the side and stuff like that. And if he's stuck on the top, so it'll be interesting. So far, the stock counts have been even, but the green team has felt like they're in a little bit more control, and that's probably due to what we mentioned at the very beginning.
Right, red team is like, it's like they need chaos, but not because that's what they want to be doing, but just because when they're set up, green team just seems to be playing better.
So now that we've had a view of what the players are like today, do you think the path to victory is the same for both teams, or has things changed a little bit more?
I still think it's about the same. I think red team needs to try different stages.
Oh, instead of Battlefield? What would you ask them to try and set?
I don't know. I don't know enough about these teams, honestly. But, you have, like, Stadium, FD, you can go Yoshi's.
Yeah.
Like, really, there isn't, like, another bad stage that I can really think
that's
of,
not Dreamland.
right?
Yeah.
I don't even think Dreamland's that bad. They might want space. I mean, like, Redman can react better if he has space.
Yeah, I think
full hopping in the middle of Dreamland is still really good.
That's something that they really should have been thinking about from the very start, right? Like you have up to 9 games, right? So during the first set, like picking a different stage.
I just think running it back is like, I don't know. I don't like just running it back. I feel like just changing something up can help, even if you're not sure like how or why.
Yeah.
It's just something different. Okay, but
Coaches.
1-0. I don't know what the coaches are talking about. Jack's probably saying really useful, important stuff about positioning and target switching, and Ian is probably saying,
just hit him.
Yeah, red team was like kind of having a hard time like cleaning up kills.
Yeah.
Like
that's a big
quote
deal.
unquote. Honestly, like they would get stuff when green team made mistakes or when it was like, oh, they did something dumb, I'm gonna shine them. But or like Redman had that good like run up F smash.
Yeah.
Then to one of those games. So it's stuff like that. Like you just have to melee in general, but like teams really is about taking stocks. It is not about doing damage.
Yeah.
It is not about winning neutral. It is about taking stocks. That's how you win the game. You take stocks.
Right.
Those other things enable you to take stocks, but you can't lose sight of the goal, which is you need to kill your opponents.
Yeah, like the highest priority is taking stocks. The next highest priority is, if you can't do it, then put them in a situation where they could lose a stock.
Right. Or do something that makes it in the future, like, possible that they lose.
Like
Gailardia
putting him
had
in a
6
terrible
kills that
position.
game. Jeez.
That's very different from what you might expect, I guess, from this team.
It is Fox Falco. They can both go off.
Yeah, something I think Red Team's having a lot of trouble with is edge guarding. Like, edge guarding is really how you kill double spaces, especially in Marth Fox. Like,
and Marth can get, like, you can pull off these sort of, like, quick 1v1 edge guard game situations and lock out one of those at the end of that second game. But especially if you feel like, oh, I don't have as much, like, coordination with my teammate as I'd like, or I wasn't able to play, like, double situations as well. You can do that kind of stuff if it's fast. Is kind of the crucial thing. You don't want to be waiting for Sheik to drift all the way back and upbeat a ledge. But if it's a spacey, you just down throw, down tilt, like that's fine.
Right.
Totally reasonable.
Yeah, and they air dodge, and if you're good at teams, you use the time that they're air dodging to look at the screen because they literally can't do anything.
Yeah.
Just little things like that, but they're not at that level. And what they really need, I think, what Red Team really needs to.
It's just cleaning up kills.
It's
You need to take stocks. Their survivability has been fine.
Yeah,
I think their relative positioning has been fine. And as we said, Redman's a little slow to pick up on stuff, but that's understandable. He's like in the right place, which is more important, I think. All right, so we're going into set 2.
We are going into set 2 here.
I wish these teams had names.
Yeah, right.
Like I could refer to them as, rather than just the color they're playing.
There's Team Redman.
I feel like Redman could be a brand of
soap.
Of liquor. Of soap. It's like the Johnny screenshot from Discord. Take a shower lock. Yeah.
These 3 stages, I would think maybe they want to try something. Oh, who struck the first one? Okay, so probably Redman, Hennessy struck the first stage. They don't want Yoshi. All right. So somebody strikes Yoshi's. Okay, so it's Hennessy and Locke striking. If I'm them at this point, yeah, striking Battlefield. So we're not going to start on the same stage. Stadium? FD?
All right, I think FD is reasonable. Marth has great singles stuff, obviously, on Spacies.
Yeah.
A few recovery mix-ups. Fox full hopping is still good.
I love this from Locke already. He's already kind of playing tight to Hennessy's back. Like, he wasn't really doing that in the last set. So
yeah, he's staying closer without kind of, well, there was a little bit of a, you're too close.
Yeah.
But, misses the follow-up on the up throw on Falco. That could have been something.
Great save.
Sometimes, like, if you're good enough at 1v1s too, you can use that as like a way to force the other team off your teammate. Like if you're just destroying someone in a 1v1, you either get that stock or your teammate gets out of something. Great lasers. Lasers harder to deal with on this stage though. Falco can kind of just shoot and there's nowhere to really be to get around it.
That was a great pickup slash situational awareness thing from Green.
Yes. Oh, and unfortunately that, I don't know what happened there, but it was not what Red Team wanted.
The teams have been making great use of their invul so far, which is nice to see.
Actually, yeah, because that's something that people don't usually do a great job of early on. But both teams have been doing that pretty well.
Putting out moves, taking space.
You can just run it. You're invincible. Just run in there and like
do shit.
Just F smash. You know, it's fine. You won't get punished.
Unforced error there for a minute.
Oh, when Coconut Man dies, unfortunate.
Oh, barely missing that grab. Is
good patience by Locke there. Not a lot he can do at that %, but I would have liked to see Hennessy like more aware that Locke is kind of pinned down. Like this whole time, you want your teammates to survive the high %, but you don't want to take 100 damage while that's happening and not really generate an advantage, right? Then you're just kind of bleeding. You don't want your teammates to just kill themselves, obviously, but you have to play different when you kind of know they have one arm tied behind their back. Because this swing now, like, I don't think Green Team has lost a stock since that SD, and Red Team has lost 2. Okay, so, right, like, that stuff kind of adds up, and now they're suddenly behind. Or no, they are. I can't count, apparently. All right, so that was good. You know, just down throw, F smash, miss tech.
Right. Unfortunate though, because his teammate was in a bad situation, right? So you gotta imagine when he's down thrown, he should be looking over at the other guy.
Yes.
Yeah, Locke's still staying close. I really like this. Nice nair through
I
the
like
shield.
the switch there by Redman to run through his teammate.
Yeah.
It's important to know when to move in front or when to stay behind. But just blindly holding XXYY because your teammate is supposed to lead.
Doesn't usually work out, yeah.
Does not usually work out. Marth Peach might be the only reasonable team that should actually just do that.
And that's because Peach is like to project.
Right. All right, last stocks again, man. We're seeing.
Yeah. I think Red Team is playing better.
Clutch melee. I think they are too. I think the stage is helping them. I think they're. I like the get up attack, but it's like you could have done something better. Get up attack is like kind of underrated in teams in general, but sorry, from ledge, I should say.
Yeah.
Little. I like the charge by Gailardia. He could have lived that, could have teched it. All right, 1v1 situation. Coconut Man in the lead, but this is Fox Marth on FD. 90-10 as Leffen said. So yeah, Fox is here, especially around this level. They're just gonna do the dash dance wave dash back thing and like look to up smash something a whiff on reaction.
Oh, no need.
Yeah, no need to dare there. I think you just come down with fair or you go to the ledge. But we saw a lot of that like stutter stepping, like do something, and then he's just looking to up smash. Shield is surprisingly good in those situations because people won't hit confirm; they'll just up smash.
Yeah.
They'll just jab, and if it hits your shield, they'll up smash anyway. But it did look better from the red team.
For sure.
So.
Yeah, there were like more actual kills, not unforced
I think they got better like kills.
Counter pick. Redman, Hennessy, deep in thought. They're running it back? Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay.
Fuck it.
I mean, the stage did like work out better for them, so I think at this point they know like, all right, we don't like Dreamland. Yeah, well, Redman was a little too. Okay, well,
that's pretty funny.
Redman was a little too focused on the Falco there and not realizing his teammate was dying. He could have easily just down tilted the ledge, or at least like punished Fox for being in that position. Sometimes you just have to accept that your teammate's dead. But you can punish your opponent for having to kill your teammate.
Yeah.
They have to do something, like, you know, he had to hold ledge there.
Lots of green team hitting each other for some reason.
Yeah, getting their wires crossed a little bit.
Yeah, Hennessy stinks safe. I really like that.
Oh, yeah. See, Redman a little slow on that grab, and that would have been probably a stock.
That was a good and the
taunt.
The taunt.
This is definitely a venue for flexing.
Yeah,
I respect that.
Nice.
Is there a prize for this? Was
no,
there any?
Not.
So this it's just about pride and learning.
Yeah.
All right. Well, even losing a set like this, I think you can learn a lot of things. Okay. Not the most efficient, but it does work.
So it's
and
relatively
just like that. We're basically back to even.
Great by green team there to get a kill out of that situation. Actually, they just did ping pong there without smash. That was sick.
Fox can kind of just like up smash and scrambles, and you know, it's a good chance it'll kill someone.
Locke getting very nervous now, jumping in place a lot.
There's a lot of like, yeah. So that was great pickup by Coconut Man.
Best singles player on the screen, right?
Redman just doesn't seem comfortable reacting to what his teammate is doing and sort of like just single stuff.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Still have a chance. Oh, interesting.
And there's like a lot of these down airs that are kind of not, like down air's really laggy even if you L cancel it.
Yes, nice, good kill.
Especially compared to fair.
Okay.
Still doable.
It's double spaces. You can take a stock quickly.
Redman really has to not die here, and he really needs to make a play. Okay, that was a little bit of a miscommunication there. I think Hennessy should have recognized that, hey, my teammate's got this. I can cover the other guy, but that's going to be up throw up air, and I think it's safe to say this is over. Didn't even need to go for that bear, but that'll do it. So we get a not clean 4-0, but a 4-0.
All right, it's time for us to interview the coaches, I think, and maybe the players themselves. So would you like to do that?
Sure, I'll do that. Because I'm not entering, so
okay, sounds good.
I'll do all the
winners,
back-end stuff.
Winners over here for some interview, please. And the winning coach, Jack, Aiden, Ben. We need interview, please.
Man, I want a cookout shake.
Nice job, you guys.
I don't know why. All right, so I got the winning coach, Jay Willie. Players haven't dumped Gatorade on you yet. I'm assuming that'll happen shortly.
Dude, I'm trying to get out of here before that happens. I'm wearing some nice clothes. I like this stuff.
What do you think? I'm trying to stay away from like the literal gameplay and talk more about the coaching aspect of it.
Yeah.
So what did you like tell your team, and what do you think they did with that?
A lot of what we've been talking about most of the time has been stage positioning. Because I think stage positioning is the hardest thing to just know in teams.
I agree.
So a lot of what I've been talking about over and over again, and what they were honestly a little too close to each other in the first set. And so it was like very chaotic in the center of Battlefield.
Yes, especially that first game.
Exactly. So they did a much better job at being at this like one tech range away, and trying to bounce off each other and making sure that they know where each other is. And that's been a lot of what we've been talking about. And I know that both Coconut Man and Gardiella, is that his? Gailardia. Okay. I've been calling him Aiden, so I don't know.
Aiden.
They've been doing, like, they know each other, and they know kind of how to move and do moves with each other.
Yes.
But their positioning was mostly what we talked about.
Okay. And you feel like they got that, like by the second set, they kind of had that down.
So they were like thinking about it too hard in the first set, and that's why they played literally on top of each other.
Yes.
And then once they like relaxed a little bit, it's like, oh, this is fine. Like I don't have to be as stressed about it. Then they were able to move away from each other, and they got some really good combos in the second set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to say?
I really enjoyed the program. It was a cool thing to do. I think I definitely learned a lot about teams.
Yeah, because to teach something well, you have to know it yourself. So.
And so that was a really cool experience for me. I'm really excited for the singles exhibition later as well.
Yes, at the Arcadian, a week from today. Please sign up.
And I just really want everybody to be more excited about teams.
Teams is a great format. I
obviously very excited about it.
I think teams there's like a bit of a, it's like sort of a steep learning curve because you can kind of just get destroyed if you don't know what you're doing. But it's also a really shallow learning curve because a lot of people don't know what they're doing. So you can like, it's like hard, but you can be a competitive teams player. Like I think pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Already we're seeing, two guys that have not had a lot of great results in the past. Like, I mean, in the tournaments they've entered since, they haven't done bad necessarily.
No, they got second at one of the NCSU events.
Yeah.
And so they've been definitely putting in the work and talking about it and thinking about it a lot. So it's definitely on them. Like I was just the vessel of knowledge, and they did a lot of work on their own and played together a bunch. So definitely props to them. I'm really happy that I got to work with them. It was
awesome. All right, cool. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Ben, Aiden. Ben or Aiden. If either of you want to get interviewed, I will interview you. If not, that's fine too.
Share the mic.
Or share the mic. What's up, Aiden?
Hey, Graham.
So, what did you think about the sets?
All in all, I actually think we played pretty well. It felt to me like we were a way more coordinated team overall than Locke and Casey were.
I would agree.
And I think that was one of the biggest game changers. Is like they didn't know what ranges they wanted to play. They didn't really know what they wanted to look for. We had a relatively well-defined game plan and just.
What was your game plan versus Foxmarth?
So, Coco is our lead character.
Okay.
It's like we were talking about Rocky IBDW, and it's like IBDW's the lead, but Rocky's a carry.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a similar thing to what we have going on.
Okay.
So it's just if we've got like true neutral, I'm just going to let him stay in front. I'm going to stay about a roll length away.
Yep.
And I'm just going to shoot lasers over his head.
Okay.
Just to keep either of them from jumping, and he's aware that I'm shooting more, so he's jumping a little bit less in those spots.
Right.
And what we were talking about primarily before the set was basically if we hit one of them off stage, just leave them alone.
Yeah.
I basically told Ben, if you can't kill in less than 30 seconds, back up. I'm sorry, not less than 30 seconds, less than 30 frames. Just back up. If
30 frames.
Yeah.
That's half a second.
Oh yeah,
so.
yeah. That's
that's it. Yeah, but that's good. A lot of people kind of tunnel on like singles,
Yeah.
edge guard stuff when it's like you just go 2v1 the other guy.
yeah. Just go 2v1 the other guy, pressure them. Casey had told me yesterday that he was worried about Locke's mentality, so I just kind of said if we can blow Locke up, we're definitely winning.
Yep.
And
that is like. Something people don't talk about enough, I feel, but that's like a viable team strategy. Is like if we just tilt this one guy, the team falls apart.
Yeah.
Right? Like in singles, it's harder because
you can't try to tunnel vision on one person because there's only one person.
Right, and you can't like tilting them by doing certain things is not as easy as in teams where like you have more. Rain and like you have more like ways you can do that. You know, like I'm just gonna do like this one move that this guy hates, and then he'll get mad. So that is, I mean, it's like a little cheesy, but it is something. Human psychology is part of this. So.
Yeah. Our stage striking process was interesting because we talked about it a lot Thursday night when we did our final coaching session, and what we kind of decided on is we wanted to avoid Dreamland. We wanted to avoid FD, at least at first.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, so for that first set, we just kind of stuck with that. We were like, if we can go Battlefield or Pokemon, then we're in a really comfortable position.
Yep.
So we opted for that. And then afterward, for set 2, because we've been talking a lot about, we're not good at holding center a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So holding center is crucial to winning on FD.
Yes.
So when we felt like we were holding center better, we were like, okay, let's try to strike 2 FD specifically for set 2.
Okay.
And then we banned Yoshi's for set 2, hoping that they would take us to Dreamland just so we could have more stage experience, because those were the 2 stages we were banning in the first place. So we wanted to see how we do on them.
Okay.
It didn't pan out obviously for game 2, set 2, but I can't be that mad.
Right, because yeah, they get to pick the stage. So.
Well, it didn't, and I mean, like, we still won.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you guys look good. What are your... I mean, do you have any goals moving forward? I know you've teamed with Ben, like, fairly statically for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're, like, looking forward to other things in NC broadly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely, like for me personally,
Yeah, sure.
I definitely want to keep teaming with Ben. What was it, whatever summer it was that he went to a ton of geeks, that summer we were net playing a lot, so we already know how each other plays.
Okay.
And Jay Willie described it as a like a psychic connection between the 2 of us. So we have a little bit better of an idea because of that, and I just want to keep pushing this instead of worrying about. It's almost like my philosophy on secondaries.
Sure.
But you know, like, I'm just gonna keep a static teammate if I can keep a static teammate, because I'll improve overall faster that way.
And I'm a big believer in, like, when learning teams, you should, if possible, static with someone near your level.
Yeah.
But at the very
And
least,
that's what
like,
we've got.
try to play one team comp, because there's like so many more variables than in singles, right? Singles is just your matchups.
Yeah.
Teams is
And
like
that's a lot
your
of my
partner
reasoning.
and matchups. So you just like lock in one of those variables. I think it just makes it like
And
easier.
more matchups overall, because there's 2 characters for them to be playing instead of just the one.
Right. Yeah. It's like exponentially more.
Yeah.
So
As far as for singles for me, I just want to start like